My story starts with birth, actually. I was born into a Christian family. Church was a big part of my life. I was a member of the board of trustees. Um, I did a lot of, because I'm good with my hands, I've been a welder by trade for many years. And I did a lot of the remodeling projects at the church, or helped with a lot of them. My life was going great. It was a great part of my life. And then probably in about 1989, I would say, we had a new pastor at the church, and him and I just didn't see eye to eye. I thought he was a little bit cruel to some of the older founding members of the church, and I was not afraid to say so. And so we were not in good standing. And then all of a sudden he started accusing me of stealing from the church and things of this nature. And I had enough of it. I was done with it. And so I separated from the church. And I stayed separated from the church for probably a good 25 years. My work life was successful. I bought a home. Everything seemed like it was going good, but there was also something missing. I started smoking heavily. I was drinking heavily. I was using recreational drugs, and just kind of coasting my way through life, not really thinking about my relationship with God that much anymore. I stopped praying, and then September 1st, 2014, my life changed forever. And all of a sudden I just had this kind of real dizziness and euphoria come over me, and I'm sitting there thinking, okay, this doesn't feel right. And so I went to get up off the couch and then realized I couldn't move. Because I'm trained in first aid and CPR, I started to realize what was happening to me. I was having a stroke. I was able to grab my phone off the table next to the couch, but for some reason, I could not make my fingers dial the buttons on the phone. I couldn't push 911 on the phone. And then all of a sudden, my cell phone, which was sitting on the arm of the couch right next to me, rings. And my father's name pops up on it, on the screen. And I'm like, okay, Dad. If I can somehow get some kind of message to Dad, he'll understand I'm in trouble and I need help. Somehow, I got out the words, call 911. I'm in trouble. And I'm starting to lose consciousness, and I'm thinking to myself, this is going to turn out pretty bad. And then the next thing I remember, there's a knock at the door, and I just felt this wave of relief come over me. We get to the hospital. Fortunately, Kaiser South is 3 minutes from my house by ambulance. And then I hear the doctor saying, this does not look good. This guy is in a world of trouble, and we don't know if he's going to make it. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is it, you know? And then all of a sudden, I hear this voice saying, you're going to be just fine. And I'm thinking to myself, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, there's the vision. I'm standing before God, and God's telling me, don't worry, you're going to be okay. He said, you are far too important to me to lose you now. He goes, you have much more to do for me to let you go. He said, I had to do this to get your attention. He goes, you were not living right. I would say that you are not in control of your life as much as you think you are. That God is in control of your life, and that you really have to listen sometimes to hear him. And it's important, never forget, even if you're angry at the church, it's not God's fault. God did not make the church make you angry at them. It's people that make you angry with the church. I was never angry with God, and I didn't realize that, but I do now. And that's why I'm back. And I think it's important that people realize you need to put your trust and your faith in God.